Hey everyone and welcome to Top Scholars. In this session we are going to talk about quadratic equation. This is a one-shot series on previous year questions. Basically we have gathered all the questions from 2020 to 2024 and we are going to discuss them in this particular session. So let us try to understand and analyze how many questions are generally asked from quadratic equation, especially from 2020 to 2024. So if you see 2020, there was a one question of 1 mark and two questions of 3 marks. Total 3 questions were asked. In 2021, two questions of 1 mark, and again if you see, two questions of 3 marks were asked. Then here also if you see, 2 marks 2 questions, 3 mark 1 question. So if you look at this, we understand that okay, from quadratic equation generally 2 questions are asked. Very short answers or short answers and also long answers. So if you see 3 mark question in 2020, 2021, 2022 it was asked, and 1 marker if you see, very important recently, if I go through 2023 and 2024, the recent years, many MCQs are asked from quadratic equation. So we have to also focus on MCQs for this particular chapter, and of course you can expect a 2 marker or a 3 marker from this particular chapter. But then, as you know, the syllabus has been also reduced, so there are not ample of problems based on it, but still let us cover everything what is there in this particular session from the questions based on 2020 to 2024. Okay. So if you see the weightage here, you can have a look at this graph. Majority 1 marker questions are generally asked, and then you can also expect some 3 markers which are the big questions, and here 1 2 marker was also asked in 2022. Okay, let's continue. Now let us have a look at a question. So in case if you're not thorough with all the concepts, don't worry, you'll still understand this because I'll be explaining it a little bit in detail as well. So make sure you watch the video through the end. Okay, so the quadratic polynomial, the sum of its zeros is -5, product is 6 is what? So there are 4 options given. If you see, it says the quadratic polynomial, that means we are supposed to find out the quadratic polynomial. The sum of its zeros is -5 and the product is 6. Now, we have already studied. What have we studied? We have studied that if the sum of the zeros, that is alpha plus beta, if the sum of the zeros is given and the product of the zeros is given, then the quadratic polynomial is given by x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta, right? So alpha plus beta is how much? Alpha plus beta is -5, alpha into beta is 6. So here we get x square minus alpha plus beta, which is -5 into x plus alpha beta, which is 6, right? Instead of alpha plus beta, we'll write down -5. Instead of alpha into beta, we'll write down 6. So this will become x square plus 5x plus 6. So check, do we have x square plus 5x plus 6 in the option? Yes, we have it in the option, and that is option A, right? So option A is the correct option, that is x square plus 5x plus 6. So whenever you are given with the sum of the zeros, you are given with the product of the zeros, just put it here and get the answer. Please make a note of this formula. This will be important for you. Okay, let's continue. Now comes the question, find a quadratic polynomial whose zeros are reciprocal of the zeros of the polynomial fx is equal to ax square plus bx plus c. So already a quadratic polynomial is given to us. We are supposed to find out the quadratic polynomial. We are supposed to find out a quadratic polynomial whose zeros are reciprocal of the zeros of the polynomial ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. This looks slightly complicated, don't worry. Now if I consider that let alpha and beta be the zeros, alpha and beta be the zeros of this quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c. Then there is a new polynomial which we are supposed to find out whose zeros are, so can I say zeros of new polynomial are 1 by alpha and 1 by beta, because that is the definition of reciprocal, isn't it? See, alpha and beta are the zeros of this polynomial. Then zeros of the new polynomial are 1 by alpha and 1 by beta. Now understand. What do we know about alpha plus beta? We know that alpha plus beta is given by minus b by a, and alpha into beta is given by c by a. We already know this, right? For here a, b and c, alpha plus beta is minus b by a, alpha into beta is c by a. So here, can I say the new polynomial is going to be new polynomial this is going to be x square minus sum of zeros into x plus product of zeros, right? So we need to solve this further, x square minus sum of zeros into x plus product of zeros. So can I say we are going to get x square minus sum of zeros. But what are the new zeros now? The new zeros are 1 by alpha and 1 by beta. So sum of zeros into x plus product of zeros, that is 1 by alpha into 1 by beta, right? Let me remove this part. So here can I say I'll get x square minus, if I cross multiply, I get alpha plus beta by alpha beta into x plus 1 by alpha beta. Now alpha plus beta is how much? See there, minus b by a. So this becomes x square minus of minus b by a, the whole by alpha into beta is c by a. So this becomes c by a into x plus 1 by alpha beta, that is 1 by c by a. So can I say this a and a gets cancelled? Minus minus becomes plus. So here I'll get x square plus b by c into x plus a by c. Now if you want to keep this, you can keep this as your final answer. But still what I would suggest is, you can take or multiply c here and multiply c here, and then take 1 by c common as an outside, and you get cx square plus bx plus a, and this is some constant, right? And this is the required quadratic polynomial whose reciprocals, whose zeros are the reciprocals of the zeros of the polynomial, right? I hope you have understood this question. Alpha plus beta is minus b by a, alpha into beta is c by a, new polynomial is x square minus sum of the zeros, that is the reciprocal, plus product of the zeros. Solve it here, alpha plus beta minus b by a, alpha into beta c by a, minus minus becomes plus, a gets cancelled, this is b by c, a goes up, right? And once a goes up, that becomes a by c. You can multiply c here, take it outside 1 by c, cx square plus bx plus a remains inside the bracket, and that is your final answer, which is the required polynomial. Easy? Okay, let's continue. So let us see a new question. It says in a flight of 600 kilometer, the distance is given. The distance d is 600 kilometer. An aircraft was slowed due to the bad weather. Its average speed for the trip was reduced by 200 kilometer per hour. Reduced by 200 kilometer per hour, and the time of the flight increased by 30 minutes. Time of the flight increased by 30 minutes. Obviously, if the speed decreases, the time will increase, no? If you go slowly, it will take more time to reach the destination. Can I say 30 minutes is nothing but 30 by 60 hours, because everything is in hours here, or hours here you can say. That is equal to 1 by 2 hour. Find the original duration of flight. We are supposed to find out the original duration. As of now, do we know the speed? Actual speed do we know? We don't know. We can start off with that. So we can consider that. Let the speed, right? Speed of aircraft be x kilometer per hour. So can I say speed is equal to distance by time? So can I say time taken will be distance by speed? So can I say time will be distance, which is 600, and speed is x, right? Now this is the time taken, where the distance is 600 and the speed is x. Now if the speed is reduced by 200 kilometer per hour, so what will be the speed here? Here the speed will be x minus 200. Now here if the speed is x minus 200, what will be the time taken here? I am saying this as t2. Suppose this is time 1. When the speed is x, minus 200, the time taken will be 600 by x minus 200. Now can I say this time taken is more because speed is less? This time taken is less as compared to that, and the difference between the time is already given half hour. So can I say 600 by x minus 200, right, minus 600 by x is equal to 1 by 2. So can I take 600 common? If I take 600 common, I get 1 by x minus 200 minus 1 by x is equal to 1 by 2, right? 600 we have taken outside, 1 by x minus 200, 1 by x. Solve this further. 600 goes down. So x goes here minus x minus 200 by x into x is x square, x into 200 is 200 is equal to 1 by 1200. So this is minus, this is plus, x gets cancelled, you get 200 by x square minus 200, x square minus 200x, this is 200x, is equal to 1 by 1200. cross multiply this, so you get x square minus 200x is equal to 12 twos are 24, 1 2 3 4, 4 zeros, shift it here, so you get x square minus 200x minus 2,40,000 is equal to 0. Now look at this as 2 and 24. Look at this as 2 and 24. Can I take 6 4 or 24? That is minus 6 plus 4. So I am taking minus 600 plus 400, right? So I have so this becomes right. From here you can take x common, x minus 600 plus 400 common, x minus 600. So you get x minus 600 x plus 400. So this gives you x is equal to 600. X is equal to minus 400. Can speed be negative? Speed cannot be negative. Speed cannot be negative. Therefore, x is 600. Now find the original duration. Duration means time. Time is what? Distance divided by speed. Distance is how much? 600. Speed is how much? 600 kilometer per hour. Obviously, this is kilometer per hour. So the flight duration is 1 hour. That means you'll reach the destination by 1 hour, where the speed is 600 kilometer. Average speed is 600 kilometer per hour, and the distance is also 600 kilometers. I hope you have understood this question. Slightly lengthy, isn't it? But interesting. Now the new question says, if alpha and beta are the zeros of the quadratic polynomial, find the value of 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta minus alpha beta. Now this question looks very difficult. It's asked for 1 mark. It could have been asked for 2 marks as well, but that's okay. It might be slightly lengthy in terms of 1 mark, I am saying, but no need to worry. Here we have the quadratic polynomial x square minus x minus 4. If I compare this with ax square plus bx plus c, can I say the value of a is 1, the value of b is minus 1, and the value of c is minus 4. Now we have 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta minus alpha beta. So 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta minus alpha beta, right? So 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta, this becomes beta plus alpha by alpha beta minus alpha beta. But what is alpha plus beta? Alpha plus beta is minus b by a. So I am writing down minus b by a. What is alpha into beta? It is c by a. I am writing down c by a minus. What is alpha beta? It is c by a, right? So a gets cancelled. Ultimately, you get minus b by c minus c by a. So minus b by c minus c by a. I hope you are understanding this. Just put the values minus b by c. That is equal to minus of b is how much? B is minus 1. So minus of minus 1 by c. C is minus 4 minus c by a. C is minus 4 by a. A is 1. So this becomes minus of minus 1 is 1. So this becomes minus 1 by 4 and this becomes plus 4. That is equal to 4 4s are 16 and then 15 by 4 is the final answer. Correct? I hope you are understanding this. I hope you have understood how we have solved this problem to find out the value of 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta minus alpha beta, right? Okay, let's continue. Now the next question says, write the quadratic equation in x whose roots are, write the quadratic equation whose roots are 2 and minus 5. So firstly understand the roots are 2 and minus 5. So can I say alpha is 2? Can I say beta is minus 5? So how do we find out the quadratic equation? So it is already given that the roots are 2 and minus 5, that is alpha is equal to 2 and beta is equal to minus 5. Alpha is 2, beta is minus 5, right? So how do we find out the quadratic polynomial? We know that quadratic equation this time. Quadratic equation is x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta is equal to 0. So we have x square minus alpha plus beta, that is 2 plus minus 5 into x plus alpha beta, that is 2 into minus 5 is equal to 0. So that gives you x square. 2 minus 5 is minus 3, right? So minus of minus 3 is plus 3x, right? This is minus 10 is equal to 0, and this is the required quadratic equation, isn't it? That's it. So the final answer is x square plus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. So the question says write the quadratic equation. At the end you'll write down x square plus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. Easy. Okay, let's continue. Okay, such type of questions are important. Please mark this as important. Such type of questions can be asked in the exam. One root of the quadratic equation is 2x square minus 8x minus k. One root of the quadratic equation 2x square minus 8x minus k is 5 by 2. So clearly the value of x is given to you. The value of x is 5 by 2. Find the value of k. First find the value of k. Also find the other root. Forget about the second part. Let's focus on this. Find the value of k. Okay. So let's move on to the solution. What is the given quadratic equation? The given quadratic equation is 2x square minus 8x minus k is equal to 0. This is the given quadratic equation. Now, it's already given that the root is 5 by 2. That is x is equal to 5 by 2. So if I put x is equal to 5 by 2 here, I get 2 into 5 by 2 the whole square minus 8 into 5 by 2 minus k is equal to 0. So solve this very carefully. Firstly, we have a square on the bracket. So that is 2 into 25 by 4 minus, this is 2 ones are 2 4s are right, 2 1s are 2 4s are, 4 5s are 20 minus k is equal to 0. So this becomes 2 1s are 2 2s are. So 25 by 2 minus 20 minus k is equal to 0. If I take k here, so k is equal to 25 by 2 minus 20. That is 25 minus 40 by 2, right? So 25 minus 40 is how much? Minus 15 by 2 is equal to k. So we got the value of k, right? The value of k is minus 15 by 2. So once you get the value of k, that is minus 15 by 2, put it here and then solve the quadratic equation to find out the other root. So here I get 2x square minus 8x minus k is equal to 0. This was given. So that becomes 2x square minus 8x minus of k is how much? K is minus 15 by 2, which is equal to 0. So can I say this becomes 2x square minus 8x plus 15 by 2 is equal to 0. Now I can multiply by 2 on both the sides. If I multiply 2 on both the sides, this becomes 4x square minus 16x plus 15 is equal to 0. Now, here we need to split the middle term, right? So this is 4 into 15, which is 60. This is minus 16, which is minus 6, minus 10, right? You can split it like this. So you get 4x square minus 10x minus 6x plus 15, right? So minus 16 I have split it as minus 10 minus 6, which is minus 16, and this is equal to 0. Now you can solve this further. That is 2x common. You get 2x minus 5 minus, you can take 3 common. Again you get 2x minus 5 equal to 0. So ultimately you get 2x minus 5, 2x minus 3 equal to 0. So 2x minus 5 is equal to 0, or 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. So what do we get? We get x is equal to 5 by 2, which is already given, see. So one of the root is already given, or x is equal to 3 by 2, right? So the other root is 3 by 2. So 3 by 2 is the final answer, which is the other root of the quadratic equation. I hope you have understood this question. Firstly, we found out the value of k. The value of k, if you see on the previous slide, is minus 15 by 2. Then we substituted the value of k over here. This becomes plus 15 by 2. Then we solved the quadratic equation to get the final answer, in which one of the root is already 5 by 2. Anyways, it was given. That means we are going correctly. If we get different roots here, if we don't get one of the root as 5 by 2, that means we are wrong, because already it was given it is 5 by 2. So till here we got the confirmation that yes, we are going correctly, and then the other root is 3 by 2. Simple. Let us have a look at a new question now. It says, using quadratic formula, solve the following equation. So see, first I'll compare this equation with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So I get the values of a, b and c. What is the value of a? The value of a is ab. The value of b is b square minus ac. And the value of c is minus bc. Right? So here, can I say x is equal to minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Put the values correctly. That gives you minus b. That is minus of b square minus ac plus or minus under root capital B square, that is b square minus ac the whole square minus 4 into a into c, that is 4 into ab into minus bc, the whole divided by 2a, that is 2 into ab. So if you solve this further, you are going to get minus of b square minus ac plus or minus under root. This becomes, you can open the bracket, right, and that becomes b square minus, sorry, this becomes b raised to 4 minus 2ab, that is 2 b square ac, right, 2 b square ac plus a square c square minus minus becomes plus 4 b square ac divided by 2ab. Now see this, this becomes minus 2b square ac, this is plus 4b square ac. So can I say this is plus 2b square ac plus 2b square ac. So that becomes b square the whole square plus 2b square ac plus a square c square, that is b square plus ac the whole square. So this further becomes minus of b square minus ac, right, plus or minus under root b square plus ac the whole square, right, this is b square plus ac the whole square divided by 2ab. Now this square and square root gets cancelled. So this is further equal to minus of b square minus ac plus or minus, this is b square plus ac divided by 2ab. You can separate this. Once you separate this, you get, see if I open the bracket here, this becomes minus of b square plus ac, right? So minus of b square, x will be equal to minus of b square plus ac plus b square plus ac divided by 2ab. So minus b square plus b square gets cancelled. That gives you 2ac by 2ab. 2 gets cancelled, a gets cancelled. You get c by b, right? And if I take minus now, So that is minus b square plus ac. Then minus b square minus ac divided by 2ab. Here AC gets cancelled. You get minus 2b square by 2ab. 2 gets cancelled. BB gets cancelled. You get minus b by a. That is how you solve this quadratic equation, right? Okay, so the new question says, find the value of m for which the quadratic equation m minus 1 into x square plus 2 times m minus 1 into x plus 1 has two real and equal roots. So the roots are real and equal, right? So we know that whenever the roots are real and equal, roots are real and equal, then in that case the discriminant is equal to 0. That is b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, right? This is the condition when the roots are real and equal. Now what is the quadratic equation? The quadratic equation is m minus 1 into x square plus 2 times m minus 1 into x plus 1 is equal to 0. Now if I compare this with ax square, if I compare this with ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, can I say a is m minus 1, this is your a. Can I say b is equal to 2 times m minus 1? And c is equal to 1. And we will apply this condition, right? So b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. B square minus 4ac is equal to 0. So b square, that is how much? 2 times m minus 1 the whole square minus 4 into a into c, right? A into c, 4ac. M minus 1 into 1, I am not writing that down, is equal to 0. So if I square this, this becomes 4 into m minus 1 the whole square. So 4 into m minus 1 the whole square. If you see the previous slide, you'll get to know 2 square is 4 and m minus 1 the whole square minus 4 into m minus 1 is equal to 0. Now here we have m minus 1 the whole square, here we have m minus 1. Here we have 4, here we have 4. So I am taking 4 m minus 1 common. If I do that, 1 m minus 1 will be remaining. M minus 1 whole square, m minus 1 is common, so m minus 1 will remain minus this entire part is outside, so minus 1 will remain is equal to 0. So this becomes 4 m minus 1, m minus 1 minus 1 is m minus 2 is equal to 0. You can divide 4, so ultimately you get m minus 1 into m minus 2 is equal to 0. So you get two values of m, right? So you get m is equal to 1 or m is equal to 2. But tell me one thing, can m be equal to 1? M cannot be equal to 1 as this part will become 0. See, if I put 1 here, 1 minus 1 is 0. So we know that it is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 where a should not be equal to 0. So I cannot put m as 1, right? As a becomes zero, right? A becomes 0. Therefore, the only value of m will be 2. That's it. So we got the value of m. The value of m is 2. I hope you have understood this question. Let's continue further. Okay, solve the following quadratic equation for x. Interesting question, simple question, 2 marks. This is asked before in 2022. Once they say solve, you can solve it by factorization method. Now firstly what you need to do is you need to multiply a and c, that is the first term and the last term. That gives you root 3 multiplied by 7 root 3. Root 3 multiplied by 7 root 3. Now what is root 3 into root 3? 3. 3 multiplied by 7, that is how much? That is 21. So you can consider 21 as your last term, just consider. And the middle term over here is 10. The middle term is 10, right? So you have to find out two numbers whose addition is 10 and whose product is 21. Simple, isn't it? 7 plus 3 is 10 and 7 into 3 is 21. 7 plus 3 is 10. 7 3s are 21. So just split this. So what do I have? I have root 3 x square plus 10x plus 7 root 3 equal to 0. So this becomes root 3 x square plus 7 plus 3, right? That is 3x plus 7x plus 7 root 3 is equal to 0. Now from the first two terms, understand, can I write down 3 as root 3 into root 3? I can do that. So I'm writing down this as root 3 x square plus 3 can be written as root 3 into root 3 into x plus 7x plus 7 root 3 is equal to 0. Now understand this. This is root 3. This is root 3. Here we have x square. Here we have x. So can I take root 3x as common? If root 3x is common, 1x will be remaining plus root 3 will be remaining plus from here and here, can I take 7 common? What will be left inside the bracket? Inside the bracket I have x plus root 3 equal to 0. So again x plus root 3 is the common bracket, right? So I have x plus root 3 and then root 3x plus 7, right? Equal to 0. So x plus root 3 is equal to 0 or root 3x plus 7 is equal to 0. So here can I say x will be equal to minus root 3 or x will be equal to minus 7 and root 3 is divided. So you can rationalize this further. How do we rationalize? Into root 3 and root 3. So that becomes minus 7 root 3 by 3. So this is another value of x and this is one of the values of x. So you got two values of x, right? That's it. Simple. Okay, let's continue. The product of Rihan's age 5 years ago, that is previously, and his age 7 years from now is 1 more than twice his present age. Find his present age. Very simple question. This is a word problem, very simple word problem. You can start by considering the present age as x. So what are the steps involved? What are the steps involved? We can say that let the present age of Rihan, let the present age of Rihan be x years. So present age of Rihan is x years. 5 years ago. So 5 years ago, what's his age 5 years ago? Ago means previously. So can I say it is x minus 5 years? And 7 years from now, or 7 years later, his age is going to be x plus 7 years. Now they say the product means multiplication. So the product of these two ages, the product is 1 more. This is equal to 1 more. 1 more means plus 1. Then twice his present age, that is 2x. 1 more is plus 1. Twice means 2 times his present age. So can I say I get a quadratic here, that is x minus 5 into x plus 7 is equal to 2x plus 1, right? Now what we can do is we can open the brackets and solve this one. Let us do that. So we have x minus 5, or else let's just continue here. So x into x is x square, x into 7 is 7x, minus 5 into x, minus 5x, minus 5 into 7, minus 35 is equal to 2x plus 1. So if you see this is 2x, right? So you get x square plus 2x minus 35, x square plus 2x minus 35 is equal to 2x plus 1. Shift all the terms here. X square plus 2x minus 35 minus 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. 2x minus 2x will get cancelled. So I get x square minus 36 is equal to 0. That is x square minus 6 square is equal to 0. If a square minus b square is equal to 0, then a plus b, that is x plus 6 and x minus 6 is equal to 0. So I get x is equal to 6 or x is equal to minus 6. But age cannot be negative, right? So age can't be negative, right? Therefore, x will be equal to 6. So this is the present age. So that's it. We have found out the present age of Rihan, and the present age of Rihan is nothing but 6 years. If you want to cross check your answer, you can do that. How? 5 years ago. His age 5 years ago, that is 6 minus 5, is 1. His age 7 years from now, that is 6 plus 7, is 13. Take the product. The product is 13. Correct? So you can see that it is 1 more than twice his present age. You can check. 1 more than twice of 6. Twice of 6 is 12 and 1 more. 12 plus 1 is 13. So 13 is the correct answer. That means his present age is 6 years. Easy? Okay. Now let us see a question based on CBSE 2023, that is the product and sum of the roots of the polynomial. 1 marker, simple question. It says if alpha and beta are the zeros of the quadratic polynomial x square plus x minus 1, then 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta is equal to what? 1, 2, minus 1 by 2. 4 options are given. So quadratic polynomial is also given, right? What is the quadratic polynomial? It is given as x square plus x minus 1. If I compare this with ax square plus bx plus c, can I say the value of a is going to be 1, the value of b is going to be 1, and the value of c is going to be minus 1. What is alpha plus beta? Alpha plus beta is given by minus b by a, right? So minus b by a, that is minus of 1 by 1, which is minus 1. This is the value of alpha plus beta. What is the value of alpha into beta? You can just initially calculate this so that it becomes easy later. Alpha into beta is c by a. C by a is how much? Minus 1 by 1, that is equal to minus 1. Correct? Now we are supposed to find out 1 upon alpha plus 1 upon beta. So 1 upon alpha plus 1 upon beta is nothing but alpha plus beta by alpha beta. But alpha plus beta is minus 1. This is already minus 1 by alpha into beta is also minus 1. Minus 1 by minus 1 is 1. That's it. 1 is your answer. Option A is correct. Easy? Okay. Let's continue. Okay, it's a very interesting question. This was asked in CBSE 2023. This is actually a difficult question, although it's a 1 marker. So please listen to me very carefully for this question. It says the least positive value. Least positive value. So we need only positive value, for which the quadratic equation 2x square plus kx minus 4 is equal to 0 has rational roots. Rational roots. Now tell me one thing. If I want rational roots, firstly, I have the quadratic polynomial, right? That is 2x square plus kx minus 4 is equal to 0. This is a quadratic polynomial. Here a is 2, b is k, and c is minus 4, right? A is 2, b is k, and c is minus 4. Okay. Now we know that x is given by minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Now see, this is minus b, right? And this is 2a. Now if you see very carefully, if I put the values, I get x is equal to minus k plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac, that is k square minus 4 into a into c, that is you can put the value of 4ac, 4 into a into c, that is 4 into 2 into minus 4 by 2a, that is this is 4, doesn't matter. That is equal to minus k plus or minus under root k square minus minus becomes plus, 4 4 is 16, and this is 32 by 4. Now see, there is no problem with this, there is no problem with this. This should not be irrational. So can I say under root of k square plus 32 under root of k square plus 32. This must be rational, right? Is rational. This is what we want rational mainly. So k square plus 32 must be a perfect square. If this is a perfect square, then only square root of a perfect square is going to give you a rational number. If I put k as 1, 1 plus 32 is 33. Under root 33 will become irrational. So choose k from this. Now understand, if I suppose take root 2, this is just an example. If I take root 2 over here, root 2 square is 2. 2 plus 32 is 34. I get under root 34. Will I get rational? I will get irrational, right? Even if I take plus or minus 2 root 2 here, if I do that, 2 square is 4, root 2 square is 2, 4 2s are 8, I get under root 30, sorry, 32 plus 8, 40, not 30. If I put this, I get under root 40. Again, this is irrational. Now only two options are left. But here if you see, least positive value of k, so definitely negative value we have to exclude. Check for this. The only option left. I'll put k as 2. If I put k as 2, that gives me 2 square plus 32. 2 square is 4. 4 plus 32 is 36. So under root 36 is 6, which is rational. Now you might feel, okay, minus 2 is also fine because minus 2 square is also 4 and you are going to get 6. But clearly they are saying least positive value of k. So here was the main hint. Least positive value of k, 2 is the correct answer to get this as a rational root. I hope you are understanding how we are getting the rational roots here. We have taken this particular condition over here because there is no issue here. There is no issue here. We can ignore that. This has to be perfect square. Perfect square. The part inside it. Correct? Okay, let's continue. Again a simple one marker, very very simple. It says, which of the following is a quadratic polynomial having zeros minus 2 by 3 and 2 by 3? Right? So it is given that alpha is minus 2 by 3. It is given that beta is 2 by 3. What is a quadratic polynomial given by? Quadratic polynomial is given by x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta, right? So this becomes x square minus alpha plus beta, that is minus 2 by 3 plus 2 by 3 into x plus alpha beta, that is minus 2 by 3 into 2 by 3, right? So this gives you x square, right? This is anyways going to get cancelled. Can I cancel this? Yes. So this entire term will go, and minus 2 by 3 into 2 by 3 is minus 4 by 9, right? Now if I multiply by 9 here, right? If I multiply by 9 here and if I divide by 9, right? I can take 1 by 9 common. I can take 1 by 9 common. And then I get 9x square by 4. So if you see, we have x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta, but we also know that this can also contain some kind of constant outside, right? So you can take k outside, right? So here also we can take k outside, and here also k is outside, so here I can write down k. So if you see the options very carefully, just check for 9x square minus 4. Are you getting 9x square minus 4 anywhere? This is not there, this is not there, this is not there, this, yes. This is the correct answer. Now you might feel that here there is 5. The constant does not matter. We are getting 1 by 9 outside, but since we have k, maybe here the value of k is 45, right? Why 45? Because 45 by 9 will give you 5. So whatever is there outside, we don't have to bother about that. Our main polynomial is this. So once you get 9x square minus 4, that is your final answer. That is option D. Clear? Okay. So yes, for this, option D is the correct answer. Let us have a look at a new question now. If the sum of the zeros of the polynomial 2x square minus k into root 2x plus 1 is root 2, then the value of k is. This is a very simple question. The given polynomial is 2x square minus k into root 2 into x plus 1, right? So here the sum of the zeros, right? Alpha plus beta, sum of the zeros is already given. Sum of the zeros is root 2. Here what is a, b and c? Can I say a is 2, b is minus k root 2, and c is positive 1. But what is alpha plus beta? We know that alpha plus beta is given by minus b by a. So minus b by a is equal to root 2. So can I say minus of b? B is how much? Minus k root 2 by a, which is 2, is equal to root 2, right? So minus minus becomes plus. So k root 2 by 2 is equal to root 2. So k root 2 or k will be equal to 2 into root 2 by root 2. So yes, we got the value of k. The value of k is 2. Simple question, isn't it? Sum of the roots was given. They can also give you product of the roots. They can put k at the end in the side of c. That's also fine, right? Okay, let's continue. So if the roots of the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a is not equal to 0 are real, then which of the following is true? So we are supposed to identify if the roots of the quadratic equation are real and equal, right? If the roots of the quadratic equation are real and equal, then which of the following is true? So we know that discriminant is given by b square minus 4ac, but roots are what? Roots are real and equal, right? Real and equal. So can I say b square minus 4ac is equal to 0? So from here, can I say b square is equal to 4ac, right? So b square is equal to 4ac. So from here, if you observe, see this. If I transpose 4 down, can I say ac will be equal to b square by 4? So C is the correct answer. Very simple. In none of the options there was 4 actually. Looking at that you can easily identify because this always gives you b square is equal to 4ac. So anyways option A, B and D, looking at it we can directly ignore it, right? Okay. Now the question says, the zeros of a polynomial x square plus px plus q are twice the zeros of the polynomial 4x square minus 5x minus 6. The value of p is what? Okay, firstly we have a polynomial that is 4x square minus 5x minus 6. Now suppose if alpha and beta are the zeros of this polynomial, alpha and beta are the zeros of this polynomial, can I say that alpha plus beta is minus b by a, that is equal to minus of b is how much? B is minus 5 by a is how much? A is 4. So can I say alpha plus beta is equal to 5 by 4? Now if you see this polynomial, for the polynomial x square minus px plus q, the zeros of the polynomial are twice the zeros of the polynomial 4x square plus 5x minus 6. So can I say for x square plus px plus q, the zeros are 2 alpha and 2 beta, right? The zeros are 2 alpha and 2 beta. Firstly we took this polynomial, the zeros of the polynomial, this are twice the zeros of the polynomial. For this we have the sum of the zeros as minus b by a, right? Now there also sum of the zeros, that is 2 alpha plus 2 beta, will be equal to minus p by 1, it is minus b by a. So 2 times alpha plus beta will be equal to minus p by 1. But what is alpha plus beta? If you see the previous slide, alpha plus beta is 5 by 4. So 2 times 5 by 4 is equal to minus p. 2 ones are, 2 twos are. So can I say p will be equal to minus 5 by 2? Let us see if minus 5 by 2 is there in the option. Yes, option A. You can see option A is minus 5 by 2, right? So I hope you have understood how to solve problems based on quadratic equations. In the next session, we are also going to continue our series and solve some previously year questions. So stay tuned with Top Scholars. Thank you.